Like, can you talk a little bit about how intentional that is, and is it instinctual for you, more importantly? Like, how hard at this point do you have to prep to get just that perfect mysterious inflection or cryptic expression? How much do you know going into what you're going to do?
With me, I think it's kind of habitual. Because I played on stage for so many years and played language plays, you know, Shakespeare or classical works. And every night, when you're doing that dense text work, every night you're trying to figure out how to get it just so. And you do it night after night after night. So I'm in the habit of always trying to reinvent the line. And I just carry that practice over into the work on Lost. And in the course of shooting a scene, we may do 20 or 30 takes, and that's 20 or 30 chances for me to play with it, to try to tweak the line or give it something other than the most obvious or melodramatic musical read, if I can use that term.
Is there a specific anecdote that you could provide, where in a scene where it's just like, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to give Damon Carlton, so I gave him an array and it really changed everything?
Well, we tend always to shoot, particularly scenes where Terry and I have scenes together, and to me those are always those are... Our show it has a subtle balance of morality and good and evil, and if a line is said too sneeringly, then you've overdone it. But if a line is said too innocently, then it's maybe not true. So we're always struggling for a really nuanced balance. It's a real tightrope act. And you can pick any scene, but a scene that comes to mind is, what were we talking about?
Maybe like Dead is Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking...
What was the line we discussed?
Oh, the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room.
Oh, yeah, after. Oh, yeah, after John Locke comes back, in whatever form. And we have that funny little tete-a-tete in my old office, where he says, I thought maybe you'd like to talk about the elephant in the room. And I sort of give him a justification for why I might have killed him. And at some point I say, and frankly, I just didn't have the time to talk you back into killing yourself. And there are 100 ways to read that line, and we did it, a dozen or 15 different ways. But one sort of unexpected reading, and maybe it was sort of accidental, was that kind of thrown away impatience, as if they were talking about household matters and not about life and death. And because the intonation was somehow wrong for the content of the moment, it makes it's right somehow in a sort of odd or surrealistic way. It's jarring, it's the right notes but the wrong melody, sort of. And anyway, those are things I like to play around with. Not to get too mechanical about all this, but we do think about those.